How's it going, Charlie? Thanks for coming out here. I'm a campus conservative like you, all right? Campus conservatives. And I wanted to ask you about what you said a few weeks ago on your show. I don't remember the precise date. You talked about that the corporate media won't talk about the demographic shifts in this country, that this country once was composed predominantly of people of European heritage. Why do you think that the corporate media won't talk about that? And why are people like Joe Biden trying to change that demographic?
Yeah, sorry for the feedback. Thank you for being here. One of the most amazing clips that I encourage all of you to look at is the Castro brothers from Texas on Face the Nation 2014-2015, where they say it's just a matter of time before Texas turns because of the overwhelming demographics and the open border policies on the southern border. Joe Biden in 2017 said basically the exact same thing, saying that it's just a matter of time before the demographics changes actually benefit them politically. Well, I think the media is afraid to talk about this rationally and reasonably because they don't want to violate the central piety that's at the core of America right now. So Friedrich Nietzsche, who got a lot wrong, but he got some things right, Friedrich Nietzsche used to say that every nation has a central piety of something you're not allowed to make fun of, right? So you can make fun of white Christians all day long, right? You can make fun of, and you go look at The Simpsons or Family Guy. Who are they always making fun of? They're making fun of straight men who are loyal to their wives and raise children. You notice that? That the laughing stock of America in media has been the idea of raising your children. And that we kind of just have allowed this to happen, like, oh, the bumbling fool archetype was always the suburban dad, right? Well, the thing you're not allowed to say, or the thing that you're not even allowed to talk about, is the idea the other side is openly saying that demographics is going to be used as a tool to politically reshape the country. And I think they're afraid to talk about it because they don't want to be called a racist, to be perfectly honest. And there's obviously a way to talk about this just using their own words and saying it out loud. And yes, there's a reason why Joe Biden didn't want to stop the Haitians from coming across the southern border. And there's a reason why he wants the caravan to come into the country. And it has nothing to do with race. Dare I say it has a lot to do with the culture and also the income level of people that are coming into the country. So for example, you all of a sudden start to say, we're going to have 2 million illegal people come into America just this year. 2 million people. Well, the left, they have entire social organizations that go door to door, that go person to person, and they are willing to sign them up for government benefits. They are willing to try and get them on the dole, and they are willing to try to turn them into future voters or I don't want to say political hostages, but that's a pretty fair way to say it, quite honestly. And so, look, why I can only conjecture why the media is afraid to say it. Tucker Carlson's willing to talk about it openly, who I think has a lot of courage, one of the few people on television I think that really gets it right now. But let's be very clear that Joe Biden does not want to keep the borders open because he has a heart as big as the Pacific Ocean, okay? Joe Biden would, and here's the reality of it. Mayorkas, who's the head of the Department of Homeland Security, who's a total joke. What did he say about Cubans? He said, I don't want Cubans to come into America because he says, because I don't actually think he said the reason, but he says, if a Cuban comes into America, they'll be deported immediately to Cuba. He doesn't say that about people coming from Mexico, El Salvador, Nicaragua, or Guatemala. And it's because this regime wants as many people as possible that could benefit their political outcomes and their objectives. I'm unafraid to talk about that using their own words. And I think every single one of your leaders needs to start saying that their open southern border porous strategy is a political weapon to try to destroy your vote in Congress and try to weaken your voice. And the only reason we don't talk about it is because you don't want to be called the R word. Well, look, I don't care, and that's the truth of the matter. So thanks for the question. I appreciate it.